In this video, I'm going to show you how an engineer working in one department can access files in another department to generate a report that's going to help him prepare for a project team meeting. And I'm going to take you through the full workflow on how, with Inforbix, you can aggregate information together from different sources, different locations, different file types in your company in a very intuitive way. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start here at the Inforbix home app, and I'm going to collect all the CATIA drawings in my department that have to do with the part, with the CATIA part. So now I'm just going to enter that. Inforbix now collects all the CATIA information in my company. Now I know that if I see the particular CATIA part that I'm looking for, I'm going to be able to recognize it as that being, in fact, the one that I'm looking for. So there it is. Now I'm going to say, where is it used? Because I want to be able to track more information on it. So this is the mechanical clip that, in fact, is part of the CATIA part that I'm looking for. But what I'm really chasing are AutoCAD drawings. Because I work in engineering in CATIA, my colleagues work in manufacturing with AutoCAD. I'm not familiar with AutoCAD, but I like to put a report together of some of those files for this particular project. And I see here that Inforbix has automatically aggregated and inferred relationships with other files related to my original search. And in this case, I'm going to say I want the AutoCAD files. And now what Inforbix is doing, it's collecting all the particular drawings that have to do with that particular CATIA part that I originally found. So let's see here, that's right. But now what I like to do is I like to know where this particular AutoCAD file is located in. So, because I know that if I track that down, I'm going to find the rest of the files that might be interesting to me and that I might want to include in the report. So here's the AutoCAD folder. I could go ahead and open that folder, but I can also just say, what does it contain? Because again, I'm not an AutoCAD guy, I'm a CATIA guy. So I see here that now Inforbix has collected all the various AutoCAD files. So that looks pretty good. So what I like to do now is create and generate a report that's going to help me now keep track of exactly what's been modified when it was created. In other words, it's going to help me create a report that I'm going to use for a project team. So now what you've seen me do here is I'm going to change the columns for this virtual spreadsheet or the table application. Here are the columns that I'm seeing. Here are the columns that I like to create or modify. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take some of this away, and I'm going to go to the attribute list and just drag and drop. So what I like to do is I like to have creation date as one of the attributes that is going to be part of a column. The last one is the last accessed. So I'm just going to go down here and see if I see it. Yes, last accessed. And the final thing that's important to me is when it was last modified. So I'm just going to drag and drop. And it's as simple as that to modify a table. I'm just going to hit OK here. And now I have dates. Now I have when a particular AutoCAD file was created, when it was last accessed, when it was last modified. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and save it. These are the let's see here if I can spell, the AutoCAD manufacturing status. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and save that as a table. Good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to My Stuff, and on My Stuff I'm going to be able to see all the documents that I have currently saved of different types, and I see the AutoCAD manufacturing status report. I like to share that now with several of my team members. So I'm just going to go ahead and say I'm going to share this with Jonathan, and I'm also, oops, let me go here. I'm going to check, and I want to also share that with another colleague. I'm going to share this with Freeman, and now I'm done. And if I go ahead here and hit refresh, I'm going to see that this AutoCAD manufacturing status report is now shared with these colleagues. Lastly, what I like to do is I'm going to go to dashboard, and because I like to monitor if there's been any changes to these particular files. In other words, if anything's been modified or anything changes, I'd like to know. So I've gone to another Inforbix app called Dashboards. I'm just going to go ahead and add that particular table that I've created. So you see here that I've added, or that I already have other things that I'm monitoring. But here's now the table that I created. I can go ahead, click it, And here's what I in fact created earlier. And of course I can go back and have a look at it directly in the table application. But this was now a workflow that showed you on how I started with a search for a CATIA part. It took me further eventually to the AutoCAD files. I was able to create a report, share it, and now I can monitor it for any changes. Thank you.